Hey, it's Jason Thrifts, and I'm back with scores of the week number 4. Can I see through the 4? Can I see through it? What's happening, everybody? I'm back. Got some great scores to share with you. If this is the first time tuning into one of these, I do these short, like 10 to 12-minute videos every week, just highlighting my scores of the week, the stuff that I sold that was awesome. Some of the things you will see from last week's Thrifty Business, my weekly Thursday night show. But those things, I will actually add a little bit more information, why you should be hunting for them or where you can find them. And then there will always be brand new stuff that you can only see here right in these scores videos that I do each week. So without further ado, let's get right to it. First off is what we call my regular scores, meaning my non-music scores. First up is this Katz's Delicatessen t-shirt. Now, do you know Katz's? If you've never been there and you don't think you know it, you probably do. Have you ever seen the movie When Harry Met Sally? And Meg Ryan has the pretend orgasm at lunch. That is Katz's Deli. So very famous, great place for a sandwich when you're in New York City. I picked this up because it was not only, obviously it's a cool location, but it is vintage. So when you're looking for vintage t-shirts, you're looking for these 50-50s, 50% cotton, 50% polyester, Fruit of the Loom Best, made in the USA, meaning it was 80s or into early 90s. So I paid $6 for this, $5 or $6, and I got $30 for it. So keep your eyes open for the made in the USA 50-50s. All right, woohoo! I give myself some fireworks here. I sold my first item on a new platform, Depop. I found this Iron Maiden shirt that someone had already removed the sleeves. It was not mine, even though you might think that way. I'm a huge Maiden fan and not a huge fan of sleeves, but I did find it this way. I thrifted it for $8 and I sold it for $25 on Depop, Iron Maiden, The Final Frontier. If you don't know Depop, Depop is youngsters, 17, 18, 19, 20-year-olds who are looking for things that I had when I was a youngster. So things from the 80s and 90s. So if you haven't checked out Depop yet, please do. All right, Lot 29 is a late 90s brand that was kind of one of the early urban hip-hop influenced brands of jeans. But Lot 29 had cut a deal with Looney Tunes. So they all had all the different Looney Tunes members, Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Marvin the Martian, or in this case, Yosemite Sam. So there's Yosemite right there. They used to sell for bigger money a while back, but still I got $35, picked it up. These jeans for $4.99 at Savers. So there's the jeans, not much to them, just a little Yosemite Sam on the front. There's the back, Lot 29. So keep your eyes peeled for those. They also made jackets and sweatshirts and all kinds of other stuff. All right, I wanted to show this vintage Alice Polynesian muumuu dress thingy. Not because it was a huge sale. I think I paid $8 or $9 for it, sold for $40. But it's where I find it, and it's where I find, let me show you the label, where I find about a third of the Hawaiian dresses I sell. That's right, in the nightgown section. So if you don't know, most thrift stores, or at least a third of the thrift stores, think that muumuus and Hawaiian dresses are nightgowns. So if you've been hunting for muumuus and Hawaiian dresses and the like in the dress section, that's good. You'll find some, but you'll find way more in the nightgown. So put that on your shopping to-do list to check out if you don't normally check out the nightgown section. All right, this was one of the scores I shared on Thrifty Business, and I wanted to share it again because a lot of us look for big sizes. Big sizes tend to be good money, but look how tiny this is. These vintage white Levi's in great condition were size waist 26. 26. I don't know if my leg's 26. I don't think I've been a size waist 26 since I was about 5 years old. So tiny. Now, I bought them because I did look at the comps and I did see these tiny ones were selling, but they're normally getting around $30, $32. I put mine up for $45 because I always run sales. I always take offers. Someone needed it right away. We're talking 3 minutes right away. So fast. So fast. The right person was looking for these vintage white Levi's. These were 501s, old school button fly. They were originally 2830s, but they did shrink a little bit. So when you do list your titles, and this is the tip I wanted to add, make sure you list the actual size, not the tag size, because no one's going to pay attention if you then describe it later. Just the actual size in your title will let the customer know that these are indeed size 26 waist by 29 inseam. But then in the listing, I do make an indication that the tag size is 28-30, but the actual size is 26-29. All right, what's next? Oh, man, I love sourcing on other platforms. I bought this on Poshmark, of all places, and I flipped it on eBay. I paid $40 on Poshmark. This is the Walt Disney Treasures DVD collection. Some are worth a lot of money, like this Dr. Sin's Scarecrow of Romney Marsh. Some aren't worth that much, but man, I love when I can find a good deal on another website. And got it in the mail, put it up on eBay, maybe 3 days, maybe, and sold. So nice, quick flips. And if you tuned into my other YouTube show, Selling Past Your Expiration Date, Being Thrifty Over 50, a little over a week ago, we demonstrated how to add a video to your listing. Some listings, some items truly need a video. If you're selling a lava lamp, you really want to let the customer know that it works. So here's the video in my eBay listing. Opens up into a new window. And then I'm just for about 30 seconds going to show the lava bubbling up and down. And guess what? Sold in a day. And it's funny because I found the original box. I bought this like 25 years ago for $68. And I just sold it. I took a best offer of $150. So that's a good return on an item I bought at the mall 25 years ago. So check out our episode. And at the end of this video, there will be a link directly to that episode. So if you don't know how to add a video to your YouTube listing, please check out that episode and you will see how to do that. All right, now it's time for my music scores of the week. Dun, 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 dun. CDs, woohoo! All right, here I do share some more CDs that I don't share on my regular show because I can't share them all, and a lot of records. So first up, Semisonic. Closing Time was their big song. It's closing time. And no one cares because they sold millions and millions and millions of records, or CDs in this case. And so no one cares. However, this one was autographed by the whole band. And I picked it up at Savers for $1.99 and sold it for $20.49. A nice return. Now, if this wasn't autographed, I would pick it up for $1.99 and sell it for about $1.99. Okay. So the autographs definitely did add to it. Now, before you ask, Jason, did you get it authenticated? No, because there is no real market for a forger to be forging the bass player of Semisonic's autograph. There is a market if that forger can forge Mickey Mantle's autograph, Marilyn Monroe's autograph, John F. Kennedy's autograph, but not Jimmy the bass player from Semisonic. I don't even know if that's the name, but bands always sign their CDs after shows and stuff. So I have no problem putting this up there and saying autographed by the band. All right. When you are selling records, if you have a bunch by a specific artist, in this case, Elton John, by themselves, these records are worth $3-4. And so it isn't worth your time to take the time to take pictures, to take listings, and then to ship a $4 record. Just isn't worth your time. But you put a nice little collection together. Someone just got a record player. They just discovered Elton John, and boom, they can pick up 6 Elton Johns for almost $60. So about $10 a record. That's what people will do. They'll buy. They won't go buy these 6 records individually, but they will buy them in lots. So if you have a lot by the same artist, put it together. All right. So I share this in Thrifty Business. So if you didn't see Thrifty Business with these next two shares, tell me if you understand why I'm sharing these two together, and leave me a note down below if you knew this or not. So you really need to pay attention to pop culture and what's happening in the world around you. It helps you sell items. So I sold the soundtrack or the score to Vamos a Matar Compañeros, composed by one of the greatest, if not the greatest movie score composer of all time, Ennio Morricone. I hope I didn't butcher his name too bad. So this sold last week for $30 on eBay. And this Charlie Daniels band, Fire in the Mountain, sold last week on Amazon for $40. Now, the score, I paid, I think, $5. And also, I paid $5 for Charlie. Now, why am I showcasing these two specific items together? How does it relate to pop culture? I'll play some music while we wait. And that's right. Yes, they both passed away, sadly, last week. And so when people die, when famous people die, especially if they're musicians or actors or actresses, the way people mourn in 2020 is they go online and buy their favorite movie or their favorite CD or their favorite record or cassette. And so if you have those items and they were in your profit pile and you see that Charlie Daniels passed away and you're like, oh man, I got a CD, Charlie Daniels CD in my profit pile, go get it listed immediately, if not sooner, because that's how things sell. This was already listed. And I totally forgot I had it, and then he passed, and then boom, it sold. So, and it had been listed for a couple months. All right, and then Crass, yes, sir, I will. As you can see, I did list this as brand new. A little bit of the cellophane is missing in the lower right corner and the upper left corner, but overall, it is still sealed. And so I got a little bit more money, and I was very honest. I said brand new and mostly sealed in the title. Already got positive feedback. Doesn't matter that you don't know Crass. I don't really know Crass. I mean, I kind of know who they are. But when I scanned them in the thrift store, I knew that was a good CD to flip. And the fact it was still sealed made me excited. All right, we'll end with this. I've been telling you about the CD collection I bought. I bought a little over 2,401 CDs for $1,200. And I cleaned and I sorted them, and we're starting to list them. And so I spent $1,200. And I've already shared that I sold this Mariah Carey for $120. This is a promo CD single with 2 tracks on it. But I also sold this Mariah Carey for $50 and this Beastie Boys for $25. So in 3 CD sales, I have gotten back 1/6 of my investment. 3 out of 2,401 CDs. So you can see how good of an investment that is. If you aren't flipping CDs yet, you need to start flipping. And you need to come to me because I can teach you how to do that. I make thousands and thousands of dollars every single month flipping used CDs, flipping used cassettes, flipping used records. All right, that's it for scores number. Let me pop that back up here again. Number 4. So at the end of this video, there will be 2 links. One will be to, wait, I forgot to tell you a little surprise. So as I was prepping this little video, another CD sold to mine for, boom, $100. That'll be on this week's Thrifty Business. You're going to have to tune in and see what CD sold for $100. So at the end of this video, there'll be a link to this week's Thrifty Business where I share what CD I sold for $100. And there'll be a link to the video where we taught you how to add a YouTube video to your eBay listing to make your listing stand out. So thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll see you next week for scores number 5.